Holster those IVs, frat boy. Magneto's got the professor. Oh, the dying kind. The green tablet is nothing if not flexible. Listen, what do you know about the stigma? It's a symptom of alien matter infesting the body. Oh, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about this sweet Mecca. And you know, this one's just my type. Hey there.
Walk over here and help me strip this thing.
I heard you. I'm coming. See you later, hon. Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
Yeah! Team Blum, everyone!
I love you, man. How you guys doing?
You are awesome!
It's so cool to be back here. I haven't been here in a couple of years, and I miss this place, and I miss you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Well,
Really cool.
thanks for doing this, man. Man, you get all the coolest parts.
I have a good agent.
So, since we're doing this little inside the voice actor studio, I have my index cards here. So let's just get started like at the beginning. Where'd you start? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here in L.A. I was born in Santa Monica, California.
Beach kid, huh?
Yeah, I was a beach kid. Yeah, I spent all my summers at the beach. These things. I hate those things. I don't need no sticky mics then. I grew up in West LA, and my folks still live there. My family's still here. So my family's here. My sister and my nephews are here with me. And their first time at an anime convention, by the way, guys. So,
We picked a big one to do it at.
yeah. So this is like coming home for me. I've been all over the world doing conventions, and I very rarely get to come here. So it really is a homecoming, and coming back and doing some stuff with my buddies here playing Zoom too. It's really nice.
So you grew up in West LA. What high school did you go to?
Hamilton. Hamilton people, nice.
So how did you, now you didn't start out trying to be an actor, did you?
Oh, no. I'm kind of the exception to the rule. I had no formal training, never had any idea that I was going to be an actor. I was actually more inclined towards medicine at first. My parents wanted me to be a doctor. And
Dr. Spike.
Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine being a doctor? Would you trust me? Yeah, but I ended up doing some music for a while. I was in an R&B band in spandex and long hair in the 80s. It was frightening. Yeah, I was the only white guy in a 15-piece funk band.
What'd you play?
I played guitar badly, and I danced. It was horrible. It was horrible, but it was really fun. So I thought I could make a living doing that, and realized very quickly that wasn't going to happen. And went into the film industry, and I worked as a marketing guy for a low-budget film company for many years, 14 years. And then on the side, I started doing a little bit of anime for fun. One of my buddies hired me to do something, and it just kind of became a side thing for many years until it turned into a career.
So was there a specific turning point where it actually went, hey, this might be something I could do, like, for real?
Yeah, I think, well, probably about 10 years ago, I kind of had a revelation that I was miserable in my job, and I was getting a little bit of work here and there, and I booked this 7-Eleven campaign, and
Thank Kevin.
Yo, thank Kevin. And I literally said that, and I thought that was going to be my ticket into the big time, and then the union went on strike for 8 months after I quit my job. And I thought, wow, entertainment is just as reliable as I expected. So those of you thinking you're going to get rich quick, think again, because it takes a while. And it took many years before I could really build it up into a viable career, but it seems to have worked out okay.
Cool. Was there anybody help you along? Did you do it on your own, or were there people along the way that helped you out?
No matter what anybody says, you can't do it on your own. I had a lot of help. I had a buddy back in the old days named Victor Garcia, who I was working with at the film company, and we were working in a mailroom together, and he's the one who actually asked me to do my first anime. And I didn't know what I was doing. He just brought me in and asked me to be a monster, ripping the limbs off of another monster. And I seemed to be good at it. And I did 26 episodes on the series and just kept working. But then throughout the years, I just kept meeting people in the industry that believed that I actually had something to offer and encouraged me to go forward. And then my agent, of course, about 10 years ago, I signed with Arlene Thornton, and she really helped me to move forward. And kind of nurtured me in the commercial world and the original animation world and video games and that sort of thing. So it was kind of learning on the job for me.
What was that first role that you were ripping limbs off?
It was a show called Guyver.
Yeah. Guyver.
I was solenoid number 1 or something. I don't know. Something really horrible.
What was the first role you did that had a name?
It was in that show also. I think it was called Genya or something. I was a bad guy. Who was it?
It's Guyver 3.
Guyver 3. He did speak, didn't he? Guyver 3 spoke, yes. Thank you. And yeah, I don't even remember what I said, but yeah, that was terrifying to actually have to say English words in the form of a character and match the lip flaps and make it believable and act all the way through. That was really scary. I remember that being really, really, really scary. But, you know, they were patient and were willing to work with me, so.
So about how much time, from the time you started doing that to the time you actually took it on full time, how long did that take you?
It's probably about 15 years. Wow, maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. Yeah, so I just did it on the side. I did animes for at least 10 years, 10, 12 years. I'm old now. Everything seems like a long time to me. But at least 10 years, I would say, before I really started getting roles that paid enough to even make a difference in my life.
Mm-hmm. So since then, you started that roles, and then I looked it up. You have 368 titles listed in your IMDb list.
Yeah, and some of them are true. Not all of them are correct, but I think for the most part.
This is all his credits, all of this stuff here, so it's really amazing. So let's talk about some of those roles, because I mean they've been kind of big for people. What about Spike? How did that come about?
Yeah, Spike just seemed to be a happy accident for me. I don't even remember how that happened, but I went to cast for that like everybody else did. They read a bunch of people for it, and they liked me. I went to callbacks, and it's just like a typical casting process, and then they brought me in to do this show, and I had no idea what it was. I had never seen the original version and didn't know anything about any of the characters, but they just kind of gave me a brief description and said go, and gave me a script, and the director was very, very kind. Mary was very kind and very knowledgeable about the project, and she kind of gently led me through the world of bebop, and none of us had any idea that it was going to become what it became ultimately.
Yeah.
Just so lucky.
I'll be honest with you, I actually read for that part, and I asked them who else is reading for this, and they said Steve, and I went, okay, I'm not getting this.
He always says that, but
no, it's true.
This guy is one of my favorite people in the whole industry. He's amazing, and I've learned so much from him.
Sticking with anime, because you're known for that deep, dark, sinister voice and all this stuff. But you and I did a show together called Gurren Lagann, and you played the role of Leon.
Some more. I have very, very fond memories of being in a dark studio with you, Tony. We kind of made our own little show, didn't we? We had a whole separate script that, between the two of us, we came up with that will never air.
No.
Yeah. It was really filthy.
Yeah.
He looks so innocent, too, doesn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.